That is why I'm saying every one of you should respond. All right, I'm getting some answers. Okay, then. Okay. All right, all right. So then Apur sir, please show us how to connect this HC05 module to our Arduino Uno. See, as you can see, there are four jumper cables attached to our HC05 module. Apur sir, can you please plug it out and plug it in again? Please zoom in a little bit so that students can see the pins. See, as you can see, it has 6 pins, but as taught previously, we only need to use 4 pins. That is RX, TX, VCC, and ground. Now we are going to use 4 jumper cables, and those jumper cables are male to female. Apur sir, can you please show a male to female jumper cable? See, students, the male to female jumper pin has a pin at one end and a hole at the other end. So I think you all get it what a male to female jumper wire is. And now we are going to connect the female part of the jumper cable to these pins, to the pins belonging to HC05 module. So the 4 pins that we are going to connect are respectively VCC, ground, RX, and TX. For any tutorial or confusions, you can watch Apur sir doing the tutorial. And if any student has any doubt at any point in time, you can send your messages in the chat box. Is that clear? Is that understood? We just connected this module to Arduino Uno. And sir, where are we connecting the RX and TX pin to Arduino Uno?
This is the TX pin. The TX pin of Bluetooth module is connected to the RX pin 0, pin number 0 of Arduino. These are the cross connections, and the another, which is RX pin. RX pin is connected to the pin number 1 of Arduino, which is TX pin. Okay, these are the cross connections. RX would be connected to TX and TX would be connected to RX.
All right. So I hope that is understood to everyone. Please drop a yes if you understood the connections. I want answers from everyone. Great, great. I'm getting responses from everyone. That's great. Yes, I need more. I need more answers. I need more participants to answer. Is everyone up to the mark? Is everyone clear with the instructions and have they made the robot, the two-wheel drive? So I'm just asking everyone so that if everyone is ready with the two-wheel drive, I can share my screen. Beta, as you can see in your Arduino Uno, pin number, the first pin. See, in electronic terms, the first pin that we say is the RX pin. But you don't say the first pin, that is actually pin number 0. Okay, the numbering is pin number 0, but if you start counting, this is the first pin on the right hand side, and this is the RX pin. And the pin next to it is the TX pin. That is the difference. The first is RX and the second is TX. And these pins are namely called as 0 and 1. Okay, all right. So I hope everyone is understood and up to the mark with everything that I just explained right now. So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys the code. Beta, VCC of what? VCC of your Arduino Uno or motor driver or Bluetooth module? Can you please specify? Bluetooth module. So the VCC of your Bluetooth module should be connected to the 3.3 or 5-volt pin. In general, we have told you about the 5-volt pin. So you have to connect it to the 5V pin. See, on your left hand side, the upper pins, the fourth pin should be labeled as 5V. So you have to connect your Bluetooth modules VCC to the 5V pin to supply it with power, and the ground pin of your Bluetooth module should be connected to the ground. Okay, okay. So are we guys ready for the coding?
Yes.
Everyone, please open your Arduino IDE. Has everyone opened their Arduino IDEs? Yes? Can I begin explaining the code for you guys?
Sir, please wait.
All right then. All right. So as Shenava sir told us yesterday that every code has two parts. There is a void setup and there is a void loop. So I want answers in the chat box. I want to know what void setup does. Who all can tell me what is the function of void setup? Initialize. Yes. To set up code. That's correct. Declare. That's also correct. Beta, in very simple terms, there is this thing that we think that machines are very smart. Machines know everything. But the fact is that machines are really very dumb. Machines don't know anything until and unless we humans tell them each and everything. Yes, because machines cannot differentiate anything, that which pin is connected to them, what is the function of the pin, what that pin is going to do. Should I use it as an output or an input? Machines don't know anything. We think that machines are smart, but actually it is us humans that we are smart. We made these machines. Yeah, am I right? So when we are declaring, when we are using void setup, that is, we are basically giving instructions to our machine, that is Arduino Uno, to remember everything. We are giving instructions to our Arduino Uno that this is the left motor and I'm going to put my left motor as an output. This is my left motor backward and I'm going to use it as an output. I'm going to use the right motor and I'm going to use the right motor backward. These are my 4 motors or 2 motors and I'm going to use these motors as an output. Yeah. So I have to tell everything to these motors to rotate the motors clockwise, that is to move a robot forward. I'm going to use the left mover forward and the right motor forward. If I'm going to move my robot backwards, I'm going to use them oppositely. So I need to tell each and everything to my Arduino Uno. So in the context of telling everything to Arduino Uno, see, I declared a character and named it and gave it a variable named as command. You guys understood what a character is? Yeah. Do you guys remember what a character is? Can anyone explain me what a character is? Yes, I'm getting responses, but I need responses from everyone. Everyone should remember what a character does because it is very important to our code. This is what our app is going to send characters to our HC05 module, and this HC05 module is going to send commands to our Arduino Uno. That is why everyone should know what a character does and why we are using this in our code. Yes, Ame, that is great. Yes, I need more answers. Can anyone explain what a character is? See, we were talking about integers the other day. So basically, an integer is a variable type where we store numbers. Yes, it is alphanumeric. Okay, character. That's somewhat true for giving command in high and low. This is somewhat true, but character are usually used to store character variables. Yes, ABC and names or strings in a simple language, strings, because this HC05 module receives a continuation pair of strings from the app. So we are using char. We are using the keyword char to basically create a variable that can store in itself the commands that it is receiving from the app. Character is a data type taking responsive beta. No, a character variable is not used for taking responses as yes or no. It is only used for storing strings. If you want to take responses, if you want to store a true or false condition, there is another data type, and that is called boolean. But we are not going to go into that. We are just going to stick to character. So we used a char command here, char command, and the command is the name of the variable that is going to store the strings that HC05 is receiving. Now, moving on, I use constant int left motor forward, left motor backward, right motor forward, and right motor backward. And I declared four variables. See, this is very simple. Don't get confused because I was using a left motor and a right motor. I wanted to move it forward and backward. So to make my code simple, I wrote left motor forward, right motor backward in such terms. I gave my variables a simple name, a name that I can work with. Okay. So for example, my name is Aditya. So I could have written constant int Aditya is equal to 2. So the motor that we are going to rotate forward or backward, I would have said Aditya. है ना? I would have named the variable Aditya forward, Aditya backward. So when I say Aditya forward, so the motor is going to move clockwise and Aditya backward. So you can name any. For example, we have a student Lakshay. If we used his name, suppose I wrote in the code constant int right motor forward, I said constant int Lakshay Jain is equal to 4. Yes. So that means that we are connecting the variable name to pin number 4. And every command that I'm going to say in his name, Lakshay Jain, is going to work on the pin number 4. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear why we are using variables? And variables are never fixed. You can name it anything. Yes, I want a yes or no from everyone. Did they just understood the first part? Yes, that's great. That's great. Exactly. Gears before glory, you gave us a very good point. As long as it isn't an Arduino keyword, you can use any word, anything. But see, if there is constant int left motor forward, but instead of using left motor forward, if I wrote pin mode, it won't accept because pin mode is a keyword. Serial dot begin is a keyword. Print is a keyword. So we cannot and we can never use keywords to declare variables. Yes, that's great. So moving on, as I told you, the first part of the code is to set up, to tell our machine, to tell our microcontroller each and everything, that where is the motor connected, what is the motor gonna do, is it an input or an output? Yeah. So as we have learned yesterday, there is this command called pin mode. And in the pin mode, there is left motor forward, comma, output. So left motor forward was connected to pin number 2, and that left motor forward, I just said that it is going to be my output. That is, it is going to do work for me. Yes, similarly goes for left motor backward, right motor backward, right motor forward. These motors are connected to pin number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And you can also connect it to 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9, 10, 11. It's your choice, but always remember to use the pins and write these pins correctly in the code. All right. So now we used it, and I have declared that whatever is connected to pin number 2, 3, 4, and 5 is my output. I told my Arduino Uno that anything that is there in pin number 2, 3, 4, and 5 should be my output. So I did this in void setup. Is everyone clear with what we did in void setup?
Yes.
I need a yes from everyone. Only then I'm going to move forward. Yes. Every student should understand what I'm trying to say, and everyone should answer with a yes. Yes, I'm getting answers. Very good. All right. Very good. What is serial.begin? Okay. Beta, see, basically, when your Arduino communicates with anything outside this world, outside not this world, outside Arduino's world, in basic terms, when Arduino is communicating with your system or your machine or your laptop, yes, or Arduino is communicating with your HC05 Bluetooth module, so it needs to communicate, and that is why we write serial.begin to start a serial communication with your laptop or a serial communication with your Bluetooth module. Mega square, do you did you understood what I was trying to explain? Okay, okay. All right, all right. So I think everyone is up to the mark and everyone understood what void setup we are going to do. So now we have void loop. So as I told you guys, in void loop, we are going to put commands that are going to run again and again. There is void setup that only runs once when the code is played. And there is void loop that runs again and again and again when the code is moving. See, it goes from if this was a void loop, so it will start from if serial dot available. All right. And somebody was asking that why do we use curly braces? Better think of curly braces as entering doors. Okay. So imagine that you are inside a puzzle and there is a big door in front of you. And when you open that door, there is another door inside that. And when you open that door, there is another door inside that. So how can you access door number 5? You can access door number 5 only when you are able to open the first 4 doors. Am I making sense? Yes, please tell me, am I making sense? If there is a puzzle and there are 5 doors inside a puzzle, you want to reach to door number 5, as you may have seen in movies or cartoons or animations. If you want to reach to door number 5, so how will you reach to door number 5? Only when you can open door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, and door number 4. Yes. Beta Om, wait, we are just making the code right now. Yes, wait for it. You must have made some mistake and we will get back to it very soon. Okay, so see, the first door, the biggest door is if serial dot available. It means that we are checking that if our Bluetooth module is receiving any command. This is our first door. Now we used a curly brace. Okay, think of a curly brace as a door. Now, only if our HC05 module is receiving any commands from the app, only then the first door will open. Otherwise, the first door will not open. And the whole code inside the void loop will be skipped. Yes, is that clear? Only and only when there is the first door is open, that is our Bluetooth module is receiving any commands, the first door will open, otherwise not. Now, if our HC05 module is receiving commands from the app, then the first door will get open. And now we are moving inside. Now check, let's see what what is inside the first door. So inside the first door, there is this first command, and this first command says if command double equals to. Acha, please tell me what double equal to means in the coding language. It means comparing or initializing or giving a value to a variable. Assignment operators, very good. Anyone else? Assigning, Icha, very good. Not assigning, no, 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 Icha, no. It means comparing, comparing. Ame, that's correct. It means comparing. We are comparing two characters. See, if you remember in the very starting of the code, we used char. Yes, we use the char command variable. So command was the character, integer type character was used to store the string command. And the name of that was command, and it was used to receive the string value. Now we received a string value from HC05 module. Now we are going to compare it. Okay, so we are comparing that whatever was received inside the variable command, is it equal to F? When we press the forward button in our app, the app sends a capital letter F to our HC05 module. So we are just comparing the two characters. We are comparing that what was received from the app, is it equal to capital F? Yes. Now, if this is true, then the second door will open. This is all inside the second door, and the second door says digital right, left motor forward, or left motor backward low. Right motor forward is high and right motor backward is low. That means, see, if a motor is in high state, that means it is receiving current from the motor driver. And if a motor is in the low state, that means it is not receiving current. So if I said left motor forward and right motor forward, it means that both of the wheels will be moving forward. Exactly. So if the command that was received from HC05 module is equal to capital F, then we are going to move our car forward. Is this part of the code understood to everyone? If any student has any doubts, they can ask it in the chat box and I will explain them. But otherwise, I need a yes from everyone. I need a participation from each and every one of you. That makes me really happy. If you guys participate, I feel really happy that yes, my students are learning and they are participating with me. Yes, I can see some familiar names. They are participating very well. Sarvain, Lakshay, Gears Before Glory. Well done, guys. And you are learning. That is very great. Lakshay Singh, Hemang Seni, Icha. That's good. That's good. So let's move on to the second part, the second else if that we have written. So if the command received was not F, suppose say if the command that we received from the Bluetooth module was F, so our car would have moved forward. But let's say the command received was not a letter capital F. So what will happen? Then we have, for this very function, we have written else if. We have used else if function. Else if, है ना, is which basically means that if the command is not F, है ना, if the command is not F and the command is equal to B, that is the backward in app. So if the command that we just received is double equal to the character capital B, so what we are going to do is we are going to move our car backwards. Students, as I'm also explaining the code, I also assume that you guys are writing this code down in your Arduino IDEs correctly. Please write this code in your Arduino IDEs as well. Or because it is very difficult for me to share this code on the chat box here. So I expect everyone to write this code in your Arduino IDE. All right then. So, okay. Yes, I will share it in the group. Just give me some time. I will share it in the group. Okay. Yeah. So first, let me explain this code further. So now we going to the third door. What does the third door say? It says if the command received was not F, If the command received was not B, then what should we do? So in here we have written else if the command was not F and not B and the command was equal to capital L, then we are going to connect it to, we are going to move our car towards the left. That is, the first motor is going to move forward and the other motor is going to move backward. In this direction, it is going to move towards the left. The one motor is moving forward and the other motor is moving backward. So the total direction of motion is towards the left. Yes, am I right? And if the command received was not F, not B, not L, then we have written else if the command is R. है ना? We are comparing it to the capital letter R that was sent from the app. So we have written left motor forward and left motor forward is high, left motor backward is low. That is, the right motor is moving forward and the left motor is moving backward. So this motor is moving forward and this motor is moving backward. This is forward and this is backward. So the total momentum shift will be towards the right. So when a capital letter R is received, then we are going to move our car towards the right. And then we have the final command that if we don't have F or B, yes, there is a question by Arnav, sir, which port we have to select in Arduino Uno to upload the code? Beta, can you see multiple ports? If anyone can see multiple ports in Arduino, there is COM3, COM5 and multiple ports, then simply do this. Go to device manager. Okay, go to device manager and inside the device manager, you can see there is this option connected USB devices. So if you open that, in one of the connected USB devices, there would be Arduino Uno written. Then you know in which communication port Arduino Uno is. Or see, this is very technical. Yes, I'm going to be very frank with you. When I was starting to learn Arduino Uno, right? So I wasn't very technical. I didn't know how to use laptops and machines very well. So I can understand you guys as well. Okay, so it might be difficult for some students to understand this. Go to device manager, use USB and this and that. See beta, it is very simple. I just used to upload the code in every communication port. Suppose there are three ports, communication port 3, 5 and 7. Suppose I was not able to upload the code using communication port number 3, then I used to try communication port 5. If not, then communication port 7. Then I used to do it manually. Later on, when I learned about these things, only then I was able to understand that there is device manager, there is printers, cables, USB, and inside the USB, you can see all the communication ports that are active. And if your Arduino is connected to that port, it will show Arduino. Yes. So I suggest that you should do it the simpler way. Just upload it using com3, com5, com7, whatever the 2 3 options that you have, you can upload in one of them and it will upload successfully. All right, if the command received is not F, B, L, R, then we are going to stop our car. Yes, so to stop our car, we have written else if the command is S, then the forward motor, the backward motor, the forward motor, the backward motor, both left and right side should be low. So if every motor is low, that means that no port, there are 4 ports in motor driver, right? 1, 2 on the right, 3, 4 on the left. So no port of the motor driver is receiving any current. All of these ports are on 0 voltage. Yes. Beta, you must have crossed the wires. Please check if you have crossed the wires. Once again, just try reversing the wires once. The 1, 2, 3, 4 ports that your motors are connected to, try reversing that wire. All right, then let's move forward. So this is the app that I was going to talk about. This is a Bluetooth RC app. Okay, this is the app that sends commands to your HC05 or HC06 Bluetooth module. And I think all of you have this app, all of you have downloaded it. And now how to use this app? See, it is very simple. You guys have already made the circuit. We guys have already made the mechanical part, and we guys have already done the electronics part. Now, all you have to do is upload the code to your Arduino Uno. Yes. And while you are uploading the code, please remove the TX and RX pins from Arduino Uno. Bluetooth modules, TX and RX pin should be removed from Arduino Uno, because see, Arduino Uno has only one serial communication channel. So it can either communicate with your laptop, or it can either communicate with your Bluetooth module. It cannot communicate with the Bluetooth module and your laptop at the same time. It can only communicate with one device at a time. So that is why when your laptop is transferring the code to your Arduino Uno, make sure that it is not communicating with your Bluetooth module, because it cannot communicate with two machines at the same time. It has only one serial communication channel. Am I clear? Beta, you must have done something wrong in the code, Om. You must have missed out on a curly bracket or anything else. Please check once the code is correct. Or I will also give this code on WhatsApp in your group B2, and then you can copy paste that code. All right. Now, moving on, we have this app. Now this app has, see, when we press the forward button, as you can see on your left hand side, there is this button that says top forward. You know, when you press this button, this is going to send the F character to your HC05. When you press the downward button, it is going to send the B character to your HC05. Similarly, on your right hand side, there is left and right sticks. So when you press the right button, it is going to send R. And if you're going to use the another left button, it is going to send the command L. So that is how this app communicates with HC05, by sending characters. And we store these characters in the variable char. And then we use that char to compare those characters with what we have received. And then we program the code accordingly.
Sir, what is the name of the app?
So that is all about it. So I want you guys to know how to connect it. So once you have uploaded the code, and once you have removed the RX and TX pins from your Arduino Uno, and you have successfully uploaded the code, plug in back the RX and TX pins you just removed. Bluetooth's RX to Arduino's TX, and Bluetooth's TX to Arduino's RX. All right. Now, when you have successfully connected these pins, when you have successfully connected these pins to your Arduino Uno, now we can connect this to our app. And to connect this to your app, first you have to save this Bluetooth and see, open the Bluetooth in your phone, and then search for Bluetooth devices in new devices. The name of the app is Bluetooth RC Controller. This Bluetooth RC Controller app can be found in Play Store. And when you have opened the Bluetooth in your phone, now see the new pairing devices, the new devices. If you have already not already paired your Bluetooth device, your new Bluetooth device should come up in your new pairing devices. And you can easily see HC05 or HC06 in your new pairing devices. Yes, yes, yes. Lakshay, I can wait. Yes, you do that. Your Bluetooth device name would either be HC05 module or HC06. It is one of them. And it may ask for a password. The password is usually 1234. And by chance, if the password is not 1234, try 0000. That is 0 for 4 times. But first try 1234. It is more accurate and it works most of the time. I'm waiting for everyone. And until I get a yes from everyone, I won't move forward. Don't worry. Done, Sarvain. Very good. Beta, the code is correct. Okay, don't worry. I think some of the students are having some troubles regarding the code. So they may have copied it incorrectly or anything else. Don't worry. I will send the correct code to you guys through WhatsApp. Just give me some time. I will send it. Okay. Until then, you guys should connect it to your Bluetooth module.
Sir, please resend the code.
Beta, there must be a problem. Use another communication port, or if there is no another communication port, please try re-uploading. Remove the pin and reconnect it. Reconnect your Arduino Uno. So have you all uploaded? Have you all uploaded the code and then connected your HC05 Bluetooth module? Have you paired your Bluetooth module? Okay, I'm waiting. You just have to power your Arduino Uno and your Bluetooth module powers on automatically. Yes, it's pairing. Nice. And if you are pairing it for the first time, it may ask for a code. And that code is usually 1234 or 0000. And it will not get connected. It will only get paired. If you have paired your HC05 module, you are successful. You just have to pair it. Has anyone paired their HC05 module successfully with their phones? So anyone who has connected their or paired their HC05 or HC06 module with their phones, they can type a yes in the chat box. Okay, Amir. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for everyone, and I won't move on till I get a yes from everyone. Code not working. Is it not compiling? Is there a problem while compiling the code? Students, can you tell me what exactly is the problem? Is the code compiling? Beta, if there is scope not declared, then there must be a bracket error. Because I just used that code in my Arduino IDE and the code is compiling. Beta, there must be a compilation error from your side. Code is compiling because I just used this code in my Arduino IDE and I compiled the code and it was working correct. Yes, Laksha, that's great. Connected. For everyone who missed out on a step, let me explain it again. So basically the code says as follows. So you have to pair your Bluetooth module, and then once your Bluetooth module is paired with your HC05, then you have to open your Bluetooth RC controller app. Yes. And when you open your app, on the right hand side, you can see that there is on the right hand side, you can see that there is a settings button. And on that, and when you click on the settings button, there is connect to car. And when you click on connect to car, you will scroll down, you will see 2 3 options, or if you have connected to many Bluetooth devices previously, you can see a long list as well. So you just have to find out your HC05 or HC06, whatever the name of your Bluetooth module was. You have to find that out and click on that, tap on that. And when you click on that, it will take 2 or 3 seconds, and then there will be a green light saying connected. Yes. And now you can move your motors easily. When you press forward, they will start moving forward. And when you press backward, they will start moving backwards. Also, make sure, I have to tell you guys one thing, that the code that I have sent you on WhatsApp, yes, the code that I have sent you on WhatsApp has the following thing. The motor is connected to pin number 2345. Yes. And previously, what I told you guys was to connect it on 8, 9, 10, 11, or 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you can connect it to any digital pin that you want, but make sure the 4 digital pins that you are using, they should be mentioned in the code. If you are using 7, 8, 9, 10, write down 7, 8, 9, 10 in the code. If you are
Sir,
using 2, 3, 4, 5, just like me, write down 2, 3, 4, 5.
excuse me, sir. Hello.
8, 9, 10, 11. कोड में 8, 10, 11 लिखा है।
हाँ यस मैम देखो
देखो ये
Okay, students, what's the update?
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually the code is compiling and it's also uploaded in the Arduino Uno board. But the problem is that it's connecting also to from Bluetooth, but it's not getting any responses from it.
Okay,
When
so
I'm pressing the forward button, it's not going forward, and when I'm pressing the backward button, it's not going backward. And also same error occurred in the first session also when they teach us about module.
teach taught you about. Beta, can you please pardon? Taught you about which module?
Sir,
अभी इसी मॉड्यूल का क्वेश्चन
sir, actually same error occurred in the first class also when they teached us about the LED circuit by controlling it through Bluetooth.
Okay, okay, okay. See, actually, we are taking online classes, and I cannot physically come and check the wiring or that for you. But my basic suggestions, but my basic suggestion is that please check the wiring once again. That if you have connected everything, see if your Bluetooth is getting connected. I think your Bluetooth is connected correctly,
Sir,
and
I have connected the wiring right, but can you repeat it once more so it will be more clear?
yes, sure, sure. So the wiring is very simple for anyone who has any confusion. MMPS Asan, the code for connecting to your Bluetooth module is 1234 or 0000. You can try any one of them and hopefully the 1234 code works. So first of all, let's connect our Arduino Uno to our motor driver. And how should we connect it? Your Arduino Uno should be connected to your motor driver through the following. Your motor driver has 3 pins in the very front, 3 screws that are together, blue color screws. So the first screw is a 12-volt pin. So you have to connect the 12-volt pin to Arduino's V in.
Excuse me, sir. It is not connected.
It is not connected. What? Bluetooth module.
Yes, sir.
Uh, what is the problem? Is your Bluetooth module getting power? See, if your Bluetooth module is getting power, it must blip with a red light.
Device is not connected, sir.
Device is not connected. What is the problem, beta? Can you please elaborate on your problem?
It is not connecting with that code.
Okay, so for that you can when you get some time, you can later on you can disable or that is unpair. You can unpair your HC05 module and then pair it again.
Sir, we have done this.
And still there is a problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay then wait there see most of the students have connected to the HC05 Bluetooth module. Uh, there must be some issue, there must be some small issue, but don't worry, you can always check on it and you can try it again. Yes, if there is an issue, you can redo the wiring, and that is why I'm explaining the wiring. The 12-volt of the motor driver is connected to V in. The ground of the motor driver is connected to Arduino's ground. Okay, then the motor driver has 4 inputs: IN1, IN2, IN3, and IN4. All of these should be connected to any digital pin. Here in the code, it is written 2, 3, 4, 5. So I hope you have connected it to pin number 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you have chosen any other pin, make sure that you change that pin in the code as well.
Sir, it's
Now,
showing compilation error.
there cannot be a compilation error, beta, because I just used the exact code and compiled it on my Arduino IDE and there was no error. Wait, uh, let me show you guys. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. So this is the same code that I've shared with you guys, and this is the code. And now when I click on the compile button, see, this is compiling my sketch, and this is Done compiling. There is no error. There must be a simple basic error. You must have forgotten to use either a bracket or a curly bracket, or you may have mismanaged somewhere in between. You just need to identify that. And that is why maybe your bot is not working. It compiles sometimes, but there may be a logic error. See, it's
Sir,
very simple, guys.
excuse me, can I speak?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, my code got compiled. It's also uploaded in the Arduino Uno board. And also the wirings are totally correct. And the every single light on the Arduino board about the transfer and the power and about the motor driver, the power light, all are working. And it also connected through Bluetooth. And the Bluetooth model is also powered. But when I press the forward button or the backward button or the left or right button on the app, it's not working.
Okay, I understand your concern. And see, I have a suggestion for you. If you have a 12-volt supply, yes, if you have a 12, see, I told you that you can power your motor driver with your Arduino Uno, but you can also power your Arduino Uno with your motor driver. Okay, so in most cases, when I make a robot, it works usually when I power my motor driver with my Arduino Uno. But in some cases, when there are two motors running parallelly, sometimes, very rarely, this can happen that your Arduino is not able to power your motors through the motor driver simultaneously, because there is a HC05 Bluetooth module also connected. So Bluetooth module is also taking power, and then motors are also taking power. So sometimes it can happen that it may drop the voltage. So it can happen sometimes. So I suggest that use a 12-volt power source. Okay, and then connect that 12-volt power source positive pin to your motor driver's positive pin. That is the first screw. Then connect your 12-volt power source negative wire to the second screw, and then through the second screw also connect the ground to your Arduino Uno. That is, the power supply's ground should be connected to motor driver's ground and also to Arduino's ground. Two pins should go inside the second screw, two male to male pins. And the third pin, there is for 5 volt. Now you want to power your Arduino Uno, take a male to male wire, use the third pin, because the third pin of this motor driver, the third screw that I'm talking about, the third screw supplies 5 volts. Now use that 5 volt inside the pin and connect it to the V-in pin. Now you are powering your motor driver first and then using the voltage from your motor driver to power your Arduino. See, Arduino alone is sufficient to power your HC05 Bluetooth module, correct? But sometimes it is not sufficient to power HC05 plus the two motors at the same time. So it does not happen every time, but sometimes this can happen. So I have also told you the other way around. Beta, you have a communication port error. Arnav, you have a communication port error. Your port is not opening. Please use a different port. There is uploading problem. Yes, some students want the circuit diagram to this port. See, beta, I want to tell you this very frankly. The basic thing is that when I was starting to learn Arduino Uno, this is a part where you have to design mechanical parts, where you have to learn mechanical drawings as well and mechanical structures, and then you have to learn electronics as well. Okay, so sometimes it can happen. See, there were days when I used to make robots and they didn't used to work. Yeah. So I used to make robots and they did not work many times. And then I was very frustrated that why is it not working? My every connection is correct. My electronics is correct. Yeah. So I always had to figure out a way to make these things. Sometimes I was wrong. Sometimes I was right. Sometimes I had to figure out, maybe it took a day or two. But trust me. See, right now I can tell you the solution. It will take half an hour or 45 minutes or whatever time I can give solution to each and every one of you. Okay. But then you will miss out on the learning part. You are an innovator. Yes, you may face such problems in a competition. See, we guys are always standing with you. You still have a problem. I want each and every student should go home and try this at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You have artificial intelligence with you, that what we say, chat gpt. You have YouTube with you, you guys have Google with you, you have all the necessary information in the world. Okay, so go home and Google, YouTube, chat gpt, whatever makes sense, try. This is the key sign of being an innovator. You fail sometimes, but you succeed sometimes as well. You fail 9 times, you will succeed the 10th time. This is the key masterstroke of an innovator. And I used to fail as well. Okay. If I'm an expert today, there were times when my robots did not work. But I never gave up. I just used to keep moving on, keep moving on, keep researching, keep rebuilding my circuit, keep rebuilding my mechanical structure. And eventually, I used to find out the problem, that there was a very minute problem sometimes that I was overlooking 9 times. And the 10th time, I looked into that problem. So, the basic funda behind this is that I have explained you the code, I have explained you the logic, I have explained you the structure. Okay, I have explained you HC05 module. You want anything, the circuit diagram, I will provide you in the WhatsApp group. You want the code is already made and is compiling very well. You can have the code. Okay, if you say the code is not working, maybe try a different code. Try building a different code by yourself. Okay, so this is how we innovate. Now when you will go into the competition in the further stages, there may be times when you have to make bots of your own. For example, you bright students are there in the final round, and you guys have a team, and you are working with your team. This is my personal experience. You are working with your team, and your robot was working correctly. Everything was fine. Electronics was fine, power was fine, battery was fine, mechanical structure was excellent, everything was well. And last night before sleeping, you tested your robot for is it working or not, and it was working perfectly. Now you were like, okay, today's my competition and let me go and play with my robot and in the competition, and surely I'm going to win, or whatever may be the case. And then you take your robot in your hand, and then you are walking freely, and you reach the competition arena with your team members, and you say, hi, hello everyone, how are you guys? Okay, and now you power on your robot. Everything is correct, the lights are blinking, the modules are connected. Okay, but the robot is
Sir,
not
it's
moving.
showing compilation error.
It cannot show compilation error, beta. I'm telling you, it is the same code. See, I just shared my screen with you guys. I shared my screen with you guys and showed you that my code is exactly the same code that I gave you guys. In fact, I have written this code exactly the way that you guys want, and my code is compiling and my robot is running.
Sir, excuse me.
Better listen, wait. Okay, so what I'm telling you is that you reach the arena, and then you have a problem that your robot is not moving. So what will you do? There are always two people in this world, one who innovate and take challenges on themselves, and the second people who cry and cannot do anything about it, who give excuses. Okay, my battery was not there. Me, I don't know what happened to the robot. I don't know anything. And there is another set of people, the smart, proactive people who think that they can do it. They will take on the challenge that why is my robot not working? I have worked on it the whole year. It should work. It should work definitely. And then you will open up the screws and whatever, and you will use your critical thinking, your brainstorming powers, and then you will make the robot run. And that is in pressure situations, that is in panic situations, and then only then a diamond is created when a lot of pressure is applied on. So I'm also motivating you guys for the further stages. This is just a learning stage, right? This is a very basic learning stage. And uh, that is why this is a learning stage. You make mistakes here, you learn from here. And see, I'm an innovator and I'm wearing this t-shirt. This is the same t-shirt that you guys are given for the discounted prices, but it is totally up to you. I'm wearing this t-shirt because I like it, because I'm an innovator. On the back side of it is written, I'm a creator, thinker, and innovator. And it's really impressive. I really like this t-shirt. Okay, so it makes me believe in myself.
Sir, can you show your working model?
Wait. Uh, Apurv sir,
Yes.
where is the model that you just made?
Here is the model.
Did you disassemble it?
Yes.
Sir, one student was asking about the model.
Working.
Yes, sir. Did you disassemble
We will
it?
share a video with the working model.
We can share that video.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Beta, Apurv sir just disassembled that model, but we have a video of that model. We have a video of that model working. So don't worry. We can share you that video and we can provide you with the code. Okay. And still if any problem comes up, let us know. All right. So I'm leaving you guys and I hope you learned something from this session. Yeah, gears before glory. Thank you so much. And this is why I became a teacher, to inspire young minds. See, I really like you guys. You guys have responded so well in the session. Okay, you guys have the fire, you have the ability to learn, and that is what I like the most about you guys. That is very nice. Okay, so this is just a practice area where we are teaching. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you learn. That is what I used to fail sometimes as well. I used to learn sometimes as well. And maybe sometimes you can learn something and this is not a competition right now. This is a workshop. And in workshop, we are here to learn. Okay. How to practice for problem statement. Don't worry, beta. We have taught you the basics, how Bluetooth works, how basic mechanical modeling works, how you screw things. Okay. So you just have to use your mechanzo kit. Or if you have any other kit, you can use that kit, or you can use your mechanzo kit because it has models. Okay, it has instructions as well. And if you require any PDF for a particular model, maybe we can provide you with that model. And whenever you have free time, yes, exactly, whenever you have free time, just use that model, and you guys can simply make that model and learn from it. So maybe 2 times or maybe 3 times you might fail, and the model might not look exactly what is shown in the photo, but on the fourth or fifth try you will become an expert. Every expert was once a beginner. You won't find out how good you are until you won't try. Yes. So I hope you all learned from this session. And okay, guys, I want a feedback from you. We spent almost 1 hour 30 minutes together. So I want a feedback from you guys. How did I teach? Was the session knowledgeable? Was it amazing? Yes, I want an answer from everyone. And if there was a fault, if there was something else, you guys can share your feedback as well, because it is also important for me to learn. See, learning never stops. If you're 80 years old, you are still learning. If you are a kid, you are still learning. If you're 5 years old, you are still learning. Never stop learning. Thank you so much, Lakshay Beta, Lakshay Jain, Lakshay Singh. Thank you so much. Amay, thank you so much. MMPS, very good, very nice. Thank you. You guys are great. You guys are wonderful. And it is an honor for me to teach such amazing children like you. It's really great. Okay. And I saw that some of you were facing some problems today, but don't worry. Try it out by yourself. And even then, if you have a problem, and even then, if you are facing some challenges, don't worry, I'm standing right beside you. Yes? Okay. Then, if this session was amazing and if this session was nice, so should I say bye to all of you? Yes? Okay, then I think we have learned what we were supposed to do. And guys, I want a bye from everyone in the chat session. Okay, bye Vedant, bye Sarvin. All right then. I want bye from everyone. Bye Cha, Lakshay, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye beta. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Bharat, very nice, very nice. Okay, bye beta Prisha. Okay then. See you guys. Have a great and amazing day ahead. Bye guys.